Hey everyone! So for this video, I decided that I wanted to do a bit of a tip kind of video. I know that when somebody's depressed, one of the hardest things to do is keep their house clean or just keep stuff up. Just keep their responsibilities maintained. And so by no means am I an expert, obviously, but I'm hoping that by sharing some tips that I've learned, maybe it'll help somebody else who may also struggle. When I get depressed, everything seems 10 times harder than it really is, and certain little tips help me. If I say a tip that doesn't help you whatsoever, forget it. But hopefully out of the 5 tips that I share, at least one of them will help you. And this isn't just mothers. It can be anybody that's depressed, obviously. If you have something that needs to be cleaned or maintained, it doesn't matter if you're a mom, a dad, or just a teenager. Some of these may seem very minimal, but sometimes when you're depressed enough, minimal is all you can do, and that's okay. So number 1, do only the things that escalate. What that means is if all you can do is the things that will get worse if you don't do them, and possibly cause even more stress in the long term, do those first. And what I mean by that is dishes. Obviously, if you don't do dishes for a week, 1, when you do the dishes, they're going to be disgusting and overwhelming. 2, if you don't have clean dishes, you're going to be stressed if you do try to make something, or simply you just want a glass of water and there's no clean cups. That's what I mean. Or laundry. If you don't do laundry for a month, there's going to be a lot of laundry to do. Litter boxes. Clearly you need to do litter boxes. So those are what I mean. Not organizing the cabinet in the kitchen that's a mess. Not organizing the closet. Not going through your shoes. The stuff that has to be done for either safety or sanity. Number 2, do only the laundry that is absolutely necessary. I've had it where looking at a pile of laundry just completely overwhelms me. I don't know where to start. I don't want to do it, don't want to put it away, so I just walk away. Do only what you need to wear. For example, you go to work 5 days a week. Wash 5 outfits, or depending if you wear the same outfit, wash only what you need to wear. If your kid goes to school 5 days a week, 5 outfits. Whatever you need to get a certain amount of time. You decide whether it's a couple days, whether it's a week, whatever works for you. And of course, obviously you would want to do enough for a load to make it worth the effort. But my point is, if you only do what is necessary, then it's not as overwhelming because you're not sitting there putting away a dish rag and it just looks like a giant pile. You can go, okay, I have 7 outfits in here for work. All I have to do is put those away. And even if you don't get those put away, you're obviously going to wear them in the upcoming days. Number 3, find out what motivates you and then try doing it before you need to clean. For example, if getting some fresh air outside perks you up, go outside for a few minutes and just perk yourself up. If watching certain YouTube videos motivates you, watch those. If listening to music while you clean helps, then listen to music. My go-to are, and this sounds so strange, I like to watch other people clean. I don't know what it is, but on YouTube you can find cleaning motivation videos where it's just people who clean their house. And I thought it was such a stupid idea until I started watching them. Something about watching them makes me suddenly be like, oh, I'm gonna clean. Now, to be honest, I have to watch the ones that like actually look like they have a dirty house, because sometimes watching somebody clean a house that already looks clean just makes me feel even more overwhelmed. So take that for what you will. I also like to listen to music or audio books while I clean. That way I'm focusing more on what I'm listening to and not necessarily what I'm doing. Most of the time it's not something that takes a lot of focus to clean, so it doesn't matter if I'm more thinking of what I'm listening to than what I'm doing, but it helps. So if you know something that helps, doesn't matter what it is, try it. See if it helps you. Even if you only have enough focus to listen to a couple songs while you clean and then you're done, at least you got a little bit done. Number 4, if you feel like you're having a good day, do a little extra. If you feel like you're having a good day and you notice that this cabinet that you really wanted to organize still needs organizing, and you feel up to it, organize it. You'll thank yourself on the days that you look in the cabinet and it's just a little less overwhelming to see. You're not always going to have bad days. And that's number 5. Remember, it will pass. If you can't get a certain thing done on one day, it's okay. Don't stress yourself out. Do it another day. Also, it's not on the list, but I just thought of it. It doesn't matter when you do it. Cleaning is cleaning. So don't feel like you need to get up in the morning, juggle your kids, clean the entire house spotless, then they're going to make more of a mess. Stress yourself out. If that works for you, if you don't end up more overwhelmed throughout the day, well, then do that. Whatever works for you. In my case, what I do is I put the kids to bed and then I clean. Now, there are days where I will clean through while they're watching a show or they're playing. I will clean. For example, I obviously wouldn't vacuum after they went to sleep. I don't obviously clean their bathroom while they sleep. But as far as picking up toys, I had to get to a point where I learned it's not a big deal if there's a shoe on the ground. Liam has an obsession with stealing everybody's shoes. You will put them up, he will take them right back out again. Half the time you can only find one of your shoes. You have to track down the other shoe. So if I spent all day putting those shoes away, I would drive myself crazy. And I would spend all day saying, Liam, don't touch that shoe. Don't touch that shoe. Stop touching that shoe. Where's that shoe? I can't do it. Same with toys. To a certain level, I don't let the toys get too extreme, but I also tell myself, if the living room is filled with toys, when they go to bed, it will not be filled with toys anymore. It's not that big a deal. If somebody were coming over during the day, then yes, I would pick it up before they showed up. That's not what I'm talking about. It's more of, don't spend all day stressing yourself out. Whatever works for you. Of course, if you work during the day, you're obviously not cleaning. So if you come home and you clean after work, that's what works for you. If you work nighttime and you decide to clean in the early morning, that works for you. Don't worry if you don't fit a exact timeline of when you clean. If it works better for the kids to go to bed, you clean the house, and then you go to bed, okay. In the morning, the house is still clean. So, it's whatever works for you. If you go all day and you just cannot clean, just remember that the next day, it may be a great day, and you may be able to clean the whole house. But if you have a bad day, just let yourself relax. Like I said, if you do the escalating things, they won't become so overwhelming. Now, I also understand that a dish in the sink can sometimes be overwhelming. So, the point is just to keep it from being so overwhelming that you just say, I can't. So I hope that these 5, technically 6 tips helped you. My main thing is give yourself grace. Give yourself room to breathe. Give yourself room to focus on playing with your kids, getting an assignment done, working. I know a lot of people that come home from work and the first thing on their mind is not let's clean the house from top to bottom. They wait till the weekends to clean or their day off to clean. That is fine. It's whatever works for you. I think that more parents feel this pressure to kind of just the general be perfect, both fathers and mothers. But I think there's this expectation you have to have this Facebook perfect house. That's not always doable, especially when you have small kids. Because like I said, you put the shoe away, they're going to take the shoe back out. You clean their toy up, they're going to take the toy back out. Give yourself room to breathe. I would rather focus on playing with my kids, focus on having fun with them, focus on getting memories made with them. Then when they go to bed and they don't know what I'm doing anyway, clean the house. Then when they wake up, the house is clean for a whole new day and we start all over again. Sometimes with depression, you have to simply focus on what is most important in that moment. And if putting away a load of laundry is not at the top of that priority list at this very moment, it'll eventually get done. So again, I hope this video has helped you, and have a great day.